Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? So for today's video, we're gonna be doing another skincare video. I'm really excited to get into it. Today, I wanna do another ingredient highlight. So I've done a couple videos like this where I've basically just done a breakdown on a specific ingredient and I've really just gone in on it, and I wanna do another video like that today. And the ingredient that I wanna highlight today is ceramides. These are an ingredient that have really come on my radar in the past year and a half. One of the big focuses in my skincare routine has been barrier repair and nourishing and fortifying my skin's natural lipid barrier, and a big part of that is incorporating ceramides into your skincare routine. So I've really become familiar with ceramides over the past year and a half. So I want to talk about what ceramides are, what their function is in skincare, who can benefit from them, and then of course, like with all of my skincare videos, at the end I do just want to go over a couple product recommendations for some things that I've used that have personally worked well for my skin that contain ceramides. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. But before we do that, I do just want to say thank you to all my new and returning subscribers out there. Thank y'all so much for sticking around, constantly supporting my content and helping me to grow my channel. If you are new here and you haven't already, please just be sure to click the subscribe button and click the bell button as well so I can get a notification every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, let's get into it. So like I said, today's video is going to be an ingredient highlight and we're going to be doing a deep dive on ceramides specifically. So what are ceramides? Ceramides are a lipid that's found naturally in your skin. They're one of three main ingredients that compromises your skin's natural lipid barrier, in addition to cholesterol and essential fatty acids. And the skin's natural lipid barrier consists about 50% of just ceramides. So if you're looking to improve barrier function, these are going to be a really crucial ingredient to incorporate into your skincare routine. So what do ceramides actually do? You can basically think of ceramides as being like a glue or a mortar, and you can think of your skin cells as being like bricks. And so what ceramides do is they hold these skin cells in place, creating this lipid barrier. Now when your lipid barrier is healthy and intact, functioning properly, it's able to both keep moisture in the skin, prevent transepidermal water loss, and in addition it's going to create this barrier on the skin that helps to keep out pollutants, environmental stressors, bacteria, and other things like that that can get into the skin and irritate it and cause all sorts of issues. Some signs of a compromised skin barrier can include things like redness, flakiness, dehydrated skin, sensitive skin, and an increase in breakouts. And one way to quickly patch up your skin's natural lipid barrier and to help alleviate some of these symptoms is by incorporating some ceramides into your skincare routine. So ceramides are actually found naturally within your skin. Your skin actually naturally produces ceramides, but your skin's natural ceramide production actually decreases with age, and other things such as pollution and environmental stressors like sun damage can also decrease the amount of ceramides that are readily available within the skin. So supplementing your skincare with products that contain ceramides is a good way to help maintain healthy ceramide levels within the skin. And a lot of other ingredients get a lot of hype for being these really potent anti-aging ingredients, but actually including ceramides in your skincare routine is a really crucial part of having an effective anti-aging skincare routine. As I mentioned earlier, ceramides are a crucial ingredient in that skin's natural lipid barrier, which is what keeps moisture in the skin and prevents transepidermal water loss. So when you have a healthy skin barrier that's keeping that water in turn, you're also going to have skin that is more hydrated, plump. You're going to see a decrease in the appearance of fine lines. So how do you go about finding ceramides in your skincare routine? So often ceramides are included in skincare products in their pure form, and you often just find them labeled as ceramide and then whatever type of ceramide it is. There's actually 5 different types of ceramides. We have ceramides AP, EOP, NP, NG, and NS. So if a product includes ceramides directly in the ingredients list, you'll probably see them listed as one or several of these. In addition to including just straight up ceramides in the formulation, some other ingredients you might find in your skincare products include phytosphingosines and sphingosines. These are actually ceramide precursors. So as I mentioned earlier, your skin actually does produce its own natural ceramides. And so what these ingredients do is they actually coax your skin into increasing its own endogenous ceramide production. And so that's why these are called ceramide precursors, because they are increasing the amount of ceramide your skin is naturally producing itself. And there's also been studies that have shown that topically applying niacinamide also increase your skin's natural ability to produce its own ceramides. So again, incorporating products that have niacinamide in the ingredients list is another great way to induce your skin into producing its own natural ceramides. Now, because ceramides are a component in everyone's skin and everyone's skin does produce them, they are a universally well-tolerated ingredient ingredient. All skin types can use it and you shouldn't have any issues or irritation. And ceramides are a really non-reactive ingredient. They mix well with other skincare ingredients, so it's fine to mix and match them with other skincare ingredients as long as the other skincare ingredients you're incorporating in your skincare routine don't interfere with each other or cause a reaction. Okay, so that's my little rundown on ceramides. So now I just want to go ahead and round off the video with a couple product recommendations. So I have a couple products here that incorporate ceramides into their ingredients list that I want to mention that have just done wonders for my skin and that my skin really enjoys. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. So the first product I want to recommend is actually a cleanser, which is a little bit different. A lot of products that I recommend, unless it's like a cleanser specific video, are generally leave-on treatments, but I want to go ahead and talk about this real quick. And it is this e.l.f. Holy Hydration Daily Cleanser, and that's what that looks like. So this has 3 different types of ceramides in here. We've got that Ceramide MP, we've got Ceramide EOP, and we've got Ceramide AP. We've also got 2 types of peptides, and we've also got glycerin and hyaluronic acid as those skin fortifying ingredients that are going to help to maintain and fortify that skin's lipid barrier. This cleanser has a really nice gel texture. It foams up really easily and it cleanses really effectively, but it's not stripping or drying at all. It's so gentle. My skin doesn't feel tight or dry at all with this, and I wholly credit that to the fact that this contains those 3 different types of ceramides and they're really high up on the ingredients list. So with this, you're able to get a really effective gentle cleanse. It has those nice effective but gentle surfactants, so they're really able to break down the makeup and impurities, but they don't go in and strip and break down your skin's natural oils. And again, because this contains all those ceramides, the glycerin, the hyaluronic acid, the peptides, it's not going to have the same benefits as a leave-on treatment would on your skin, but it's going to really help to fortify your skin and give you a really nice gentle cleansing experience so that you're not breaking down your skin's barrier while you're cleansing. The next product I want to talk about is this Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum. Now this has a really solid ingredients list. So first off, we've got all 5 types of ceramides in here. We've also got both phytosphingosine and sphingosine, so we've got both of those different types of ceramide precursors. So not only is this including ceramides directly in the ingredients list, but it's also including those precursors that are going to coax your skin into producing its own natural ceramides. We've got niacinamide, which again also increases your skin's natural ceramide production. And then this also contains avocado oil, which is really rich in essential fatty acids, which are another key component of your skin's natural lipid barrier. This is a really nice lightweight serum. It absorbs into your skin quickly. Like I said, we've got all 5 types of those ceramides in there, the ceramide precursors, the niacinamide, those essential fatty acid rich oils, and then there's just a bunch of other skin loving and nourishing ingredients in here that really help to calm and fortify the skin. Next, I want to talk about this Illiyoon Ceramide Atto Water Lotion. So this is a pretty simple product, not really too much going on in the ingredients list. As far as ceramides go, we've got 1 type in here. We've got Ceramide NP. So this is a facial mist. I like to use this as a toner, like right out the shower, to just go ahead and start infusing my skin with some moisture and start adding some ceramides back to my skin to help rebuild that lipid barrier. And also, because it's a mist, I like to use it to mist my skin in between skincare steps to help dampen my skin, just because damp skin is more receptive to the products that you lay on top. It's able to absorb them better, and again, each layer that I'm spraying on is adding some more ceramides to my skin. That's how I personally like to use it, but it's honestly so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways. You can use it like I just said. You could also use it as a setting spray for your makeup. You could just use it as a refreshing mist throughout the day, and this is really nice to just carry around with you in a bag or something and just spritz on the go. Now I want to get into some moisturizers, and luckily I have 3 drugstore options here that I want to get into. So first I want to talk about everyone's favorite, no, I'm just kidding, it's this Ceramide PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. I don't even feel like I need to show y'all what this looks like. I feel like everyone knows what it looks like, but there it is. So this contains 3 different types of ceramides. We've got Ceramide MP, Ceramide AP, and Ceramide EOP. We've got phytosphingosine. So again, we've got that ceramide precursor. We've got niacinamide. So this is a nice lightweight lotiony texture. It absorbs into the skin without a greasy finish. It's a pretty basic moisturizer, and I feel like it really draws some opinions because I just feel like it underwhelms some people. It's pretty frequently recommended just because it is free of a lot of those potential irritants, and it's got a really solid ingredients list in here that's going to work for pretty much any skin type. For me, I like to be a little bit adventurous with my skincare routine, so I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm not always reaching for this, but I know that this moisturizer in particular Moisturizer is one of those moisturizers where if I'm getting a little bit too adventurous with my skincare routine and my skin starts getting a little reactive and I kind of want to bring it back and calm everything down, this is the moisturizer that I'm going to go with because it's just free of all those irritants. It's got a really good solid ingredients list that's going to fortify my skin's barrier. Another drugstore option to look into if for whatever reason you don't like Cerave or you just want another option is this Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer, and this is what that looks like. This has a really solid ingredients list as well. It's pretty similar to the Cerave, but there are some key differences. This actually has all 5 types of ceramides in here, whereas the Cerave moisturizer again only had 3 types. So again, this is pretty similar to the Cerave. It's got a similar finish as well. It's got that same lotion texture. It absorbs really easily without leaving a greasy finish. Really the main difference is this contains a couple more different types of ceramides, and then they've forgone the niacinamide in the ingredients list on this one. So I'd recommend this just as much as the Cerave. I would say if for whatever reason your skin doesn't like the Cerave but you're still looking to incorporate some ceramides into your skincare routine, I would definitely look into giving this a try, checking this out. This is a really good drugstore option as well. Another really good moisturizer I want to highlight is this Naturium Plant Ceramide Rich Moisture Cream, and that's what that looks like. So this has a really interesting ingredients list. There's no actual ceramides in here, but we do have those sphingosines, which again are a ceramide precursor. They're going to coax your skin into producing its own natural ceramides. And then there's also just a blend of some other plant-based fatty acids and cholesterols in here that work to mimic that skin's natural lipid barrier and perform the same functions, really help to build it up. So really it's doing the same thing as your standard ceramide moisturizer. The main difference is it's just using plant-based derivatives, but chemically it's all the same stuff. You know, it's those essential fatty acids, those cholesterols, and then again we've got those ceramide precursors that are gonna coax your skin into producing its own natural ceramides. So this is a really good moisturizer. It's really rich. I don't use it during the day. I like to use it more as a night cream, but if you are someone with normal to dry skin, I definitely think you could get away with using this as a day cream. And then the last product I want to mention is this Kinship Oat Ceramide Relief Oil, and this is what that looks like. So this contains oat ceramides, which are similar to the ceramides found naturally within our own skin. We've also got a blend of some essential fatty acid rich oils in here, like avocado oil, that also help to further nourish and restore that skin's natural lipid barrier. This also contains an oil soluble form of vitamin C called tetrahedroxyl ascorbate, and this is actually really unique as a vitamin C derivative in that it's oil soluble. Most vitamin C derivatives are actually water soluble, so to actually get within the skin and penetrate, they have to permeate that lipid barrier, but because they are water soluble, they do have a harder time doing that. Whereas this form of vitamin C in here, because it is oil soluble, is more easily able to permeate that skin's lipid barrier and penetrate deeper within the skin. So this mixes really well with a moisturizer. I like to sometimes mix it in with a moisturizer to kind of just give it a little bit of a boost, especially if it's one that doesn't already contain ceramides. I like to go ahead and just add a couple drops of this in there to help boost the fatty acid and ceramide profile and to make my moisturizer a little bit more nourishing. This also works really well as a facial oil on its own to just seal everything in at the end. Alright y'all, well that is my full video talking about ceramides. Just went over what they are, how they function in skincare, who can benefit from them, and then of course rounded everything off with my product recommendations. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below what you liked about this video or what you disliked. Let me know if you have any questions, and also if y'all have any requests for any video ideas, be sure to go ahead and leave those down in the comments as well so I can keep those in mind when I'm sitting down and thinking of things to film. Like I said, if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell button as well so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I should be back shortly with new content. Bye.